Hello, this is Jason P. Wilson 01 X-Force, and this is my comic pull list for April 20th, 2011. And let me go ahead and start with my Marvel books. And this is Avengers number 12. And it's especially the last issue of Avengers number 11 was really getting quite good. This run, the story arc has to do with the Affinity Gems. Now I'll give a little bit of spoilers here. I believe this is the final issue in the run. Not 100% sure because I haven't read any of these comics yet. But obviously by the cover you can see Iron Man here holding a gauntlet with all the Affinity Gems on them. Now anyone who reads comics knows that covers can be very misleading because at the end of the last issue, Tony Stark had 0 gems. The only Avengers that had gems were Thor. He had the Time Gem given to him by Namor. I believe it was a Time Gem. And the Red Hulk had, in a fight, had pulled away the Power Gem from the Hood, who is also known as, obviously, Parker Robbins, and but he's known as the Hood. And he had at the end of the comic he had 3 gems. He had the Space Gem, he had the Reality Gem, and he lost the Power Gem, but then he gained the Mind Gem from Xavier. So he had 3 gems at the end. He was going for the 4th and final gem, and another spoiler, but that's when he went into this dimension. Now the reason he's immortal. And he doesn't know really how to use the gems. I'll be doing probably a series on this story arc, but he's a human. He was established he's kind of a babe in the woods. He has no idea how to really use the gems, but the gems give the owners, the possessors, a default power, even if they don't know how to use it. So his default power allows him to really fight and in a lot of ways defeat the Earth's most powerful superheroes. But because he doesn't know how to use them, he doesn't realize how easily he could win with just a thought. But he's so used to being a human being, he physically fights them, and that's how he lost 1 gem and ended up retreating to get the Mind Gem in last issue. Now Thanos, who when he went into this alternate reality to get the final one, which was hidden by the Sorcerer Supreme, Doctor Strange, that's when he found that Thanos had actually just gotten the Soul Gem, which was the final gem. Now, even though he only has 1 gem and Parker has 3, Thanos knows exactly how to use the gem 100%. And I think that's all it would take for him to win over the Hood, who has 3. But yeah, it's been really exciting. The artwork has been great. Again, I keep on dropping the book, but I keep on picking it up anyway because I just really enjoy it. So yes, not 100% sure, but I think this is the final issue of the story arc. But I'll be finding out when I review it later. Next up, for my Marvel books, is Uncanny X-Force. And this also just ended a story arc. And I believe this is probably a setup for the next story arc. What I know so far is, here's another spoiler, but we'd found out recently that Deadlock has been growing in a test tube a baby Apocalypse, and I think this will be addressing that. But I'm pretty sure the story arc has officially ended with the last issue. So again, I haven't read any of these, but X-Force is consistently good, and I'm looking forward to where it's going now. Next up is the end of a limited run a Marvel series that I've been enjoying immensely, and that is Wolverine and Jubilee. Now, it does have to do mostly with the Curse of the Mutants Aftermath, which I enjoyed. A Jubilee at the end of that was a vampire still, and this addresses that. But it's really more of a story about Wolverine and Jubilee and their relationship, and really how strong it is. And it's been really enjoyable. I actually wish it was longer than just 4 issues, but looking forward to reading this final issue in that series. And next up is a newer series I picked up, and like all Hulk books, which are very similar to Spider-Man books, they pop them out quick. So I had just picked up Skarr, King of the Savage Land #1, and this week #2 comes out, so that's great. This is a great action series. I think it's probably really good for anyone who doesn't know anything about Skarr. I mean, I don't know as much about Skarr as I do Incredible Hulk and Red Hulk, but he's a character that I always thought would be interesting, and he seems to fit perfectly in the setting of the Savage Land. And the art is very action oriented. It's very crisp and detailed, and the artist handles the characters perfectly. I can't imagine someone doing the book better just by reading the first issue. Again, this is a 5-issue run, so this is very early in the series. There was a little bit of politics in the first one, in the Marvel Universe and stuff, but the best parts were the action in Savage Lands, and you can tell by the cover of this, I believe it was called a Demon Rex or something like that. It's a very powerful dinosaur, and going to be some fun action. Definitely fun read. Next up, and finally, for my Marvel books is Generation Hope. I haven't read the last couple issues just because I was waiting to get a couple. I do that sometimes, like, with the exception of my favorite ones, which I'll read immediately. Sometimes I like to get a book, maybe 3 issues or so before I read. Sometimes I'll wait till I get the full story arc. But if you've read anything about this particular issue, they're saying that it's definitely an important one to read. Whatever happens in this book supposedly is going to affect the mutants in a big way. Now, there were 5 lights, and these 5 lights were 5 new mutants that were first mutants born in a long time. And the whole thing in the series is Hope Summers is going around and kind of grouping them together. This looks like it might be a new one, New Mutant perhaps. Not 100%, but very excited to read. In fact, I think I might go ahead with this issue and start reading, get caught up on Generation Hope. It's a great series. Okay, I'll start with my DC books now, and we'll go ahead and start with Young Justice #3. Young Justice is a very kid-friendly series. Now, I just got done doing intros for a couple shows I'm going to be doing on my channel, and one of them is going to be oriented on reviewing books for kids, ones that are appropriate. There are a lot of great comics out there, but definitely some of them, especially for parents that are really watching what their kids read and watch. There's some out there that really just aren't for kids. So I thought, you know what? It'd be great if I start reviewing and posting comics that are great for kids. So this is one of those. Now, I enjoy it as an adult. It's a real quick, easy read. But I watched the animated series, and like I said before, this comic is things that happen in between the episodes of that series. So it gives you more depth. So if you're watching the series, I definitely recommend all ages to read this. For kids, it's great. It is one of the more kid-friendly comics out there that still has a lot of great action and interesting characters. Recommend Young Justice. Definitely. Next up, is another great run, and that is Supergirl. I picked up Supergirl just for this run. The team that came together on Supergirl was anticipated. A lot of people really love their interpretation of Supergirl. I do too, so I started picking up Supergirl because of that, and I've really been enjoying it. She brought a lot of her fellow, younger DC characters together. A lot of them you don't see too much. Some of them who are front and center, like Stephanie Brown, Batgirl, and Damian Wayne, Robin. They're obviously major characters, but it's extremely been a great run. And this, I'm not sure if there's one or two more left in the run, but the longer the better, because it's very good, and I'm looking forward to reading that. Next up is the first of two that I picked up that are connect, and that is Gotham City Sirens. This is the first one that has connected with both Batman and Red Robin. Haven't read them yet, but I'm looking forward to. I'm just new on Gotham City Sirens. I'm going to try and pick up some trades, but I don't think I need to for it, because I read the other two books consistently. Great cover, by the way. And Batman is the other one I picked up. I believe next week will be Red Robin. And that will be the third and final one. 709 Batman. Now, the last issue, 708, even though I don't think it's connected to the story arc, I think it definitely has to do a lot with it, almost like a prequel issue. And again, I would have to read the full series to see if it's a must. But I noticed that when they have a crossover, they don't mention that you have to read maybe the one right before that, and you don't. But a lot of times it gives you a lot of insight to the story that's about to unfold. So, looking forward to that. Now, I won't read those until I get all three for sure, so that will probably be next week. Finally, for my books and my DC books, is Teen Titans. Now, I started reading this because of it having a crossover with Red Robin, but I found myself enjoying it quite a bit and remembering how much I really like Teen Titans. So I'm kind of continuing and seeing how long it holds my interest. But for now, I am continuing it, and it's a great price, and I feel like I'm getting my value. The story arc is very interesting. It's a little bit different, but like I haven't read Teen Titans in a long time, so I'm kind of getting my bearings on what's been going on with them. But great characters and a great team. So those are my comics for this week. If you are reading any of these, please let me know. Send me a post or a comment. If there's any of these that you would really like me to review first, just let me know, and I will. I'm really interested to seeing what you guys are reading and how you guys have been enjoying your comics. And hey, thanks for watching.